Eh. First seen 1997. Okay. All right. Let's throw down here, buddy. Philly Fanatic. Where's the Wikipedia? There we go. Philly Fanatic. First seen 1978. Sorry, pal. Beat you by 20 years.
Wally's better because
You may have opinion, but I have fact.
But there is one older than that.
That is pretty old. You have to
San
agree.
Diego Chicken.
San Diego Chicken? All
San
right.
Diego Chicken.
San Diego Chicken. San Diego Chicken. San Diego Chicken. Oh, wait. All right. Oh, 1974.
So while you're
You're
looking
right.
at it, so what's the point of the mascot? To hype up the crowd,
Yes.
to cheer them to victory.
Right.
So who has more World Series wins? The weird Philly one that you're talking about, because I forget his name already, or Wally the Green Monster?
Wait, so are we only going to count since the mascot appeared?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so let's find that out.
Only counting since the mascot appeared.
Since their respective mascot.
It would be the Boston Red Sox with 3 versus 2.
Okay, but can we go like through the history of the club? Because I'll just bury you on that one.
No, we're talking. What are you talking about? I think Philly has like 2 wins overall.
What?
Philly has 2 wins overall.
Yeah, overall they have 2 World Series
Oh, they
wins.
do,
where
you're
the,
right.
The
Oh,
Red
look at that,
Sox
I
have
didn't know
8. So overall, you want to go there? Oh.
Oh, I thought we had more than that. I don't like baseball. It's too damn long.
Anyways, so
I'm a real
Wally's the
sports fan. I watch
best,
soccer.
and we can move on.
And speaking of soccer, the winningest team in American soccer history is the Bethlehem City soccer team. So,
I'm sorry I zoned out for a second. You said soccer?
yeah, I said soccer. Yes, real sport.
Sorry.
Soccer.
Yeah.
Yes, real sport.
Sorry.
Yes, football, actual real football.
The good stuff.
Is that real? The Phillies have
If
only
it's
won
not the
2?
Dolphins, I don't give a damn.
The Dolphins. What is that even?
The Miami
sport?
Dolphins. Maybe you've heard of them.
Dolphining.
Is that?
Dolphining. Yes.
I didn't. What sport is that?
American football? Maybe
I'm
you've heard
teasing.
of it?
I watch the highlights from time to time, but I don't have 4.5 hours to invest in an 11-minute sport. Sorry.
It's not 4.5 hours. It's usually 4 hours and 10 minutes.
Well played. Well played.
That's with the pre and post show, though. Have to
played.
watch in order to update your fantasy football teams.
Yes. For an
Just-
11-minute sport.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, I wonder what baseball is. If somebody actually took like a stop when like the ball is actually in play, how many minutes is actually involved in a game of baseball? Because that's the average for American football is 11 minutes of actual action. Wonder if
Yeah,
anybody
I would
knows
say
that.
that's about.
What's the average amount of time of action in a baseball game? Am I gonna break Google?
Well, so
Oh,
what
about
type of
18
action are we
minutes.
talking about?
According
what
to the
kinda-
Wall Street Journal, 18 minutes.
What kind of action are we talking about? Because you can get a lot more action done in between pitches of a baseball.
Yeah, does that
Then,
count? The guy like stepping out of the batter's box, putting his
No, what I'm saying is you have plenty of time for
He
action
just stands
while
back and
baseball's
just looks.
happening.
just stands back, puts his hand up, stretches a little bit more.
Will, can you tell them what I'm
scratches his
talking about?
crotch.
Will,
I'm not even touching this with a
can you
brush ball.
explain to them what we're talking about?
I'm not touching this
Because-
with a brush ball. I'm
Not touching it with a marshmallow. Is
with
that
a
what you
barge
said?
pole.
Oh, barge. I think you said marshmallow. It's late. We should wrap it up.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
I gotta
I'm
go to
not-
work
I'm not touching that with a barge pole. I'll have you back next time, Adam.
with a marshmallow. He's not
No
going to
pro-
touch it with a
no-
marshmallow.
No problem.
Man, so I want to thank Duke for coming on the show.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic.
He's
absolutely
put up with our
fantastic.
random ramblings of poop.
I think I've contributed at least a couple of little kernels of my own.
If you can see kernels, there's a problem. Go
At
get it
least
checked out.
There's at least 1 or 2 Kurks in there that are mine.
Kirks. Nice. Very nice.
All right. Well, yeah, that's it for another show.
That's it. Well, we had three sci-fi properties and beer.
Not a bad show.
And there's no better way to enjoy a sci-fi property than with beer.
Then with beer. Very nice. Do we have a closer?
Oh, we don't.
I have to make that, don't I?
And close.
Good night.
I just realized some guy was like, "Hi, I'm the only person. Hello, you guys are mean to me."
We so mean.
The Wall Street Journal. This is the article in the Wall Street Journal. In America's pastime, baseball players pass a lot of time. The subline, the findings: 90% of the game is spent standing around. In any given year, roughly 70 million people will attend. Blah 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 blah.
I just realized I had the Indiegogo campaign thing up, right? And so they have like below average carpenters show up, kind of like credits, and and Nathan Fillion is like rubbing the credits off of Alan Tudyk as if like they're on him, and it says below average Dyke because they took below average.
DYK sits there on his knee for just a second.
Yes. Nice. Good pause. So a baseball fan, by the Wall Street Journal calculations, a baseball fan will see 17 minutes and 58 seconds of action over the course of a 3-hour game. This is roughly the equivalent of a TED Talk, a Broadway intermission, or the missing section of the Watergate tapes. A similar Wall Street study found that football fans, blah, 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 blah. 11 minutes. Yep. The ball is in play on the field during an NFL game for roughly 11 minutes on average. Yes. So what do the networks do with the other 174 minutes in a typical broadcast? Not surprisingly, commercials. Commercials take up about an hour. As many as 75 minutes, or about 60% of the total airtime, excluding commercials, is spent on shots of players huddling, standing at the line of scrimmage, or just generally milling about between snaps. In the 4 broadcasts, the Journal studied, injured players got 6 more seconds of camera time than celebrating players, while the network announcers showed up on screen for just 30 seconds. Shots of the head coaches and referees took up about 7% of the average show. This is a great study. This is awesome. I love it. Oh, this is so good.
Oh,
this is so good. Yep. They blame the a lot of this on the replay in the mid '60s coming into the league. Very nice. All right, I gotta get to bed.
Yeah, me too.
I'm on showroom duty tomorrow, so I have to be at least semi coherent.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Wait, did you say real or will?
Real.
Oh.
What's up?
RIL. But I mean, I guess it technically has to do with these two guys as well.
Should I press stop on the? Should we say goodbye to the chat room?
Yeah. Bye, chat room.
Should we start?